Satnam and welcome to this little instructional video on the Ego Eradicator. This, like the Sat Kriya, is very powerful and it's very common. You'll come across this constantly in Kundalini yoga. It also uses the breath of fire like the Sat Kriya does. And I just wanted to go over what does the Ego Eradicator do and also to walk you through it in maybe a bit more detail than I would in a typical Kriya. So the Ego Eradicator is all about opening up the lungs. With the powerful breath of fire, you're really getting the lungs pumping, you're oxygenating the blood, and you're helping to increase your alertness. So this is perfect for increasing your energy, increasing your alertness. If you're feeling a little bit frazzled and you're wanting to do something that's short and sweet and will help to kind of just bring you back into yourself, this is one of these wonderful postures that you can do. So let's just take a look at how do you do the Ego Eradicator. So you're seated in easy pose, as you often are, and you want to take just a little moment to get yourself into a nice erect posture. We call this the Yogic Seat. You want to kind of bring yourself and your spine into alignment, bring your shoulders down, feel like you're being pulled up by a piece of string, and you just very gently tuck your chin down so that you get that straight line from the base of the skull right down to the base of your back. So then from this position, you're going to take your hands and you're going to curl your hands over onto the palms of your hands. And there's kind of two options here. I tend to just sort of plug mine into the sky. Some people also talk about like aligning the thumbs so that you get a kind of like energetic arc going from thumb to thumb. But I like to just stick it into the heavens, if you will. And so you want to come up so that your arms are at about 60 degrees. Now, 60 degrees, people sometimes get that a bit confused. They think 60 degrees is here, which is 45. And holding your arms out here for a long time is going to get pretty heavy very quickly. So you actually want to bring it up, and there's a moment you'll notice where it sort of locks in, and it's the kind of position where you're like, yeah, I could hold this for quite some time. So you want to just like find that position, make sure that your shoulders are down, spine is nice and straight, chin slightly down in the neck lock. And from here, you're going to do the breath of fire. So I've gone over the breath of fire in some of my other videos, but in case you haven't seen that, the breath of fire is an equal inhalation and exhalation. But as you're exhaling, you're going to pull your navel towards your spine. So it's a firm pull towards your spine as you exhale. So it looks a little bit like this. I'll show you from the side. Important to remember when you're doing breath of fire is not to pull that too strongly, because if you do that, you'll end up in a kind of hyperventilating state, and you don't want that. You don't want to get dizzy. So just a nice firm pull towards your spine, and then you're holding that posture at 60 degrees with your fingers over on your palms and your thumbs plugged into the sky. And then you're going to have your eyes closed, and you're going to concentrate your energy or your focus just above the head. Okay, so if you want to give it a go, come into this position, get your arms into that position where you're like, yes, I can hold that. Your thumbs are plugged into the sky, your shoulders are down, your spine is straight. You close your eyes, focus just above the head, and breath of fire. Inhale, and as you inhale, bring your thumbs together, your fingers are spread wide and stiff. You exhale, inhale, and exhale, allow your hands to drift down. And there you go, that is Ego Eradicator. If you have any questions about this posture, feel free to pop the question in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them, and I'll see you in the next Kriya. Satnam.